Hey everybody, so it's Britt from Wevolve, and I have not been on YouTube in a really long time, so I apologize. It's been super busy actually in the platform, and I'm posting stuff all the time there, so I just sometimes I just don't remember to pop onto YouTube, and because I can't talk about anything really fun or anything that's controversial, which is basically everything that I do, it just becomes hard sometimes to come and post because I don't really know what to talk about that I can actually talk about, and I have so much freedom of speech when I'm just sharing, in my own community and stuff like that anyway. So whatever. Long story short, I did want to pop in to address something that I've been getting a lot of questions about, especially in the last month or two. I recently put out a document, which is basically a lifestyle supplement and food recommendations protocol for people that are worried about vaccine shedding or spike proteins, or people that are worried about graphene oxide poisoning and are looking to kind of get heavy metals out of their body, people that are concerned about the transhumanism agenda, which is a big part of what's happening in the world now, and who are looking to be less susceptible to 5G, to decrease EMS sensitivity, to really get the body and the immune system back to a place where it's functioning optimally. So I put that document in the resource vault where I have all my ebooks and documents and everything in the membership. But a lot of people reached out to me who wanted access to the document as well. And so what I've done is I've made it free for you guys here as well. It's just a free document for anybody. So I'll put the link in the description down below if you're interested. Sorry, I have some wicked dry mouth. I just moved. I have to drink so much water. I'm not used to sweating this much. I came from a really cool place in the mountains and I flew to the hottest place in Central America, it feels like. And so yeah, I'm just, it's so hard to keep up with hydration. Drinking is a job here, but anyway. So yeah, I made the document free for you guys, so really anybody can access it. So feel free to access that at the link down in the description box below, and that'll give you an exact protocol you can follow to stay safe and navigate what's happening in the world right now. So I won't go too much into detail about that. I talk a lot more about these topics in my platform, in my weekly videos, about COVID and the masks and what's happening with vaccines and, what to do, the real agenda of what's happening in the world, transhumanism, all kinds of different disease protocols, whatever. You guys know the stuff I talk about. So do check that out if you're interested. You'll see that in the weekly video drop section of the platform. But either way, whether you're a member or not, do take advantage of the document that I've made down below for you, because it's going to help you feel so much more confident about how to stay safe and navigate what's happening in the world. And so what I wanted to touch base on today kind of plays a role in that, and sort of is around the same topic, which is how to stay positive and high vibe despite all of the really kind of destabilizing things that are happening in the world around us. So one of the things that I've been doing a lot over the last year, because I'm a person who really likes stability. I know I travel a lot. You guys see a different background pretty much in every single video. But in general, I like to have a home base. I like stability. I like to feel I know what I can plan over the next few years. Like most of you, I like to know that I'll be safe and secure, and I don't like to worry about what things are going to look like in 6 months or a year from now. And I think what we're finding as a general consensus around the world is that it is so difficult to actually feel that way today with everything that's happening around us. It's hard to have that stability, to connect to that grounded place. And so what I wanted to do in these unstable times is share with you some really powerful tools you can use to stay high vibration and to keep your mood elevated, to feel more uplifted even in the face of adversity, or even when you're not sure what's going to come, or if there's going to be food shortages, or if cyber attacks are coming, or if vaccine passports are coming, and so on. So what you can do to stay connected right now and to keep your vibe high. So before we dive into what you can do, some really powerful tools that I do on the regular that have been game changing for me, and that I think everybody would benefit from doing, or at least you can try them and see, if they resonate with you or not, or if they benefit you or not. But one of the things I want to talk about is how important it actually is to stay high vibe. So I posted a video, I think I talked a little bit about it last week, but I think a couple of weeks ago, in a lot more detail, where I talked about how this is really what's happening in the world. This is a spiritual attack on humanity. It's not as much a physical attack, though we are seeing that with the things I've talked about, like airplane fogging and chemicals and, vaccination and so forth. But what's really happening is a spiritual attack on our sovereignty. It's a spiritual attack on our strength and on our stability and on our ability to feel faith and hope. Okay, it's a fear attack. It's an agenda to try to lower the vibration of humanity, to keep us trapped in like a lower vibration status and in more of a 3D negative run world. And we're actually really free to feel lighter and be happier. And so, guys, the water, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys are living in a hot place, but like I literally have to keep drinking water because my mouth is always dry and I'm sweating buckets every day. I'm gonna keep going back to that anyway. By the way, if you guys want a motivating factor for drinking more water in general, kind of unrelated, I just bought this random straw from a local shop here, and it just inspires me so much more to drink water, and it's kind of like big. And anyway, so if you're looking for a way to drink water more and you aren't a person who likes to drink water normally, sometimes having a straw or putting some interesting stuff in your water, like lemon slices or a couple of drops of essential oil or a pinch of sea salt or whatever you like, can actually inspire you to drink more. So anyway, other topic for another day. If you want to know more about hydration, you can check out my 30 days course where I do an entire module 1 all about how to remineralize your water, the best types of water to drink, and how to get the most hydrated quickly and so forth. Anyway, you guys can check that out. But this is a spiritual war on humanity, and you want to keep your vibration high, because the whole reason this is rolling out is that we were ascending. It's because the frequency and the collective mindset was becoming more high vibration. It was becoming more aligned with nature, with natural healing, with love, with connecting to each other. And so this entire pandemic was sort of launched in an attempt to keep humans trapped in fear, okay? Because that's the only way that we can guarantee a bad outcome. The only way a bad outcome can happen on planet Earth for any of us is if the collective mindset believes in a bad outcome, okay? Or is afraid or stuck in fear energy. So fear energy is the exact opposite of love energy. It's the virtual opposite, and it's very low vibration, whereas love energy and love frequency is so healing. That's the reason why you always hear like health people or holistic people or naturopaths or whatever, energy healers, anybody who's into greater wellness and natural wellness, they're always harping about self-love and how you need to love your life and love your food and have harmony in your purpose and feel connected in your life and feel love with the people around you and craft healthy relationships with other people and get rid of people that are toxic. Like all of that self-love talk and like love talk is about the healing benefits of that, is because love itself is a very high vibration emotion. It's something that makes us feel really good. It's who we really are on the inside, every single one of us. And so it's important to connect to that energy when you're looking to heal disease, but also if you're looking to collectively and even single-handedly heal planet Earth. So each of us contributes an emotion and an energy into the collective consciousness. So imagine the entire world like a bowl of water, and everybody's putting a drop in, and each drop changes the chemistry of the entire water, right? If somebody puts a drop of iodine in, that iodine will distribute throughout the entire pot of water. The same is true for your feelings and your mindset and your emotions and the vibration that you're resonating at. So it's never been more important in the entire history of man to keep a high vibration and to keep a positive, hopeful mindset and to believe in a good outcome, because exactly everything that's happening in the world is trying to force us into the opposite, okay? It's trying to keep us low vibe. So the more you can rise above and stay connected to faith and hope and your love energy, the more healing and the quicker all of this will be over in the world, okay? Like all of this craziness, all of this instability, all of that will balance back into the way that the world is supposed to be going forward if we all connect into our individual love power. So as tacky and as cheesy as that sounds, it's so important right now, and you have so much more power sitting at home in your living room than you even realize that you do. And if you can just get yourself to a place where you feel really safe and secure, and you feel really confident going out in the world and being your best self, and you're not feeding into the fear in any regard, or at least as minimally as possible. We are all human and have our moments. But just to keep yourself in a high, happy love place, this is going to transform the world around you. It is exactly the power that you have that they don't want you to know about. Okay, so be sure to tap into that, take advantage of the love and the power that you have in you, and do the best you can to kind of connect to a high vibe place. So that's why I made this document free. It's why I'm going to share it with everybody, because I want those of you who are still afraid of like spike proteins, and I've talked about all this stuff in my videos, who are still worried about vaccine shedding, who are worried about graphene oxide poisoning, who are worried about the transhumanism agenda and everything else. You guys are going to feel a lot more confident when you have tangible next steps and things you can do that really do work to keep your body and your immune system strong, so that you can expel and repel and not draw to you any of these negative low vibration things. Okay, so you can actually heal and protect yourself through keeping your vibration high. So I'm going to share with you some simple things that I do every single day that have been a game changer for my health. Simple, free things you can do at home, or relatively free. Some of them might be like a supplement here and there and stuff, or foods you need to buy, but the majority of them are things that you can do right now at home that will change your health. If you're dealing with chronic disease, this will be a game changer for you. And if you're just looking to feel better in a time that feels really scary right now in the world, then this will also be exactly what you need. So the first thing I recommend doing is taking way more sun, okay? Taking more sun. And I actually put this in the document really briefly because I'm always harping on this. But if you're living in any kind of southern climate right now, make sure that you're taking between 15 and 30 minutes of bare naked, like no sunscreen, sun every single day, okay? And if you could do up to half an hour if you are darker skinned, or even 45 minutes, depending on how dark you are, your tolerance for sun is greater. Sun is going to fill your body with negative ions. It is going to radiate viruses and pathogens and heavy metals and all kinds of stuff right out of you. It is the vitamin D, and having sufficient vitamin D is a main driver in why people are either getting sick or not getting sick, okay? So if you're dealing with COVID long haul or anything like that, your vitamin D levels are way too low. So it's super important to get enough sun. The sun itself is so healing. It is food for your body and vibrational frequency for your body that completely bypasses your gut in case you have a bad one, or your digestive system, or your liver in case your liver is already inundated. It's a wonderful way to fuel your body with external healing from Mother Earth and planet Earth for free. So take advantage. Don't be scared of the sun. Take sun, make it a priority. Do just 15 minutes every single day. It will be a game changer for you. The next thing is grounding. Okay, so I talk a lot about this in all my 5G videos and my EMF protection videos, and how it's an electrical agenda and the transhumanism agenda and all the things that I talk about in my weekly drop videos. You'll know in more detail like things you can do for 5G and all that. So I'm not going to go into that into this video, but because we live in a 5G world, and because they use frequencies to try to trigger disease in the body and to trigger mind control, and this whole agenda is based on transhumanism and trying to merge man with machine, and all the things that we're exposed to today, the chemicals, the graphene oxide, the poisoning, the chemtrails, like everything that's happening is an attempt to keep us ungrounded and to mess up our electrical signaling inside the body. So you want to reestablish a healthy and natural Earth planet aligned electrical frequency in your body. And the fastest, easiest, safest, most effective and free way to do that is grounding. So people underestimate grounding. I mean, there's documentaries that have been made like Earthlings or Earthing, something like that. You guys can check out if you want more info on that. But it is scientifically proven now that if you put your bare feet, bare hands, bare body down on planet Earth, on sand, soil, wet earth, even certain like concretes and rocks actually transmit as well. But you have to go on grass, sand, earth, something like that. And you just stay there for I mean, 15 minutes will infuse your body with a ton of negative ions and all kinds of like free electrons that can heal and detoxify the body. It is so powerful. It is like an electrical infusion from planet Earth that realigns you and reconnects you to the exact frequency of planet Earth. And EMFs are messing with your frequency, and chemicals are messing with your frequency, and most likely your diet and even your mindset could be messing with your frequency. So this is a great way to tune in and tap in and connect to the power that Mother Earth has to give you, her healing energy. Okay, it's the most nourishing thing that you can do for your healing. If you're dealing with chronic disease, you want to do more than 15 minutes, and in general, you want to do more than that if you can. The more higher up you live in a building too, the further away you get from grounded energy, so it becomes even more important to do it more often. But even just finding like a grassy median if you live in a city and just like sitting on there and putting your bare feet for a while can make a difference. But if you're dealing with chronic disease, you want to do a minimum 1 to 2 hours. Like 2 hours is optimal to really heal disease. And 2 hours of grounding a day is actually enough to eliminate disease in most people. Okay, this is powerful stuff that everybody doesn't want you to know about, that you don't need naturopaths for or to pay for or do anything at all, other than to just go in nature, and you will feel the difference. I'm telling you, you'll feel the difference. You can garden with bare feet. You can do whatever it is you want to connect to Mother Earth. You can hug trees. I mean, however you want to make it happen, but make it happen. Make it a priority. Do it every single day if you can, or at least 3 to 5 times a week for an hour minimum is really going to be life-changing for you. The next thing that you can do is spend time with people that are positive, okay? And this is a really obvious one. I don't really need to go into too much detail about it, but don't hang around with your negative Nelly friends. If you've got all kinds of like pro-vaxxer friends who are so scared and they're virtue signaling and they're terrified of like viruses they can't see, but they still have no idea that it's all coming from chemtrails, and you're dealing with people of like lower, I don't want to say educational status because that's really not the right term. I'm just trying, like, in other words, people that are significantly less informed than you are about the truths of what's happening in the world. Don't waste any energy there, okay? Don't waste energy. Like, if somebody is not receptive to the truth that you're sharing, or if being around someone makes you feel like fearful or bad in any way, then just don't spend time with those people, okay? This is a really polarizing time. It's a time to choose where you want to go and what vibration you want to stay in, and how you feel can literally transform the world. So like, don't give in to lower vibration energies, even if people around you are that way. So spend time alone if you have to, or spend time around other like-minded people who are high vibe, who are going to keep you laughing, positive about the future, making fun plans, like believing in a good outcome, believing that this whole agenda is over soon and that the light is winning over the dark. And anybody who's going to make you feel that way and remind you of the power that you have as a person, and not make you feel disempowered by like preaching about false narratives in mainstream media that aren't even real or true or accurate in our current timeline. So just don't deal with people that make you feel bad, and that can go a really long way into making you more high vibe. The next thing is get your sweat on, okay? Move your body, get your sweat on, exercise, raise your vibration, actually move your body, get things out of your body that you don't need. Movement is a great natural purge. You'll breathe more by exercising more, walk more, you'll get things moving in your lymph, get your body detoxifying in a natural way through more sweating. You could do saunas and stuff like that too, but again, that's sort of like force sweating you without movement. Our body was designed to sweat through natural heat and also just movement in general. So the act of moving can just be really, really wonderful for connecting you into your body, bringing you back to a place where you're not always in your head thinking and worrying, and actually just feeling like the endorphins and feeling how good your physical body actually feels. The next thing I want to say that can increase your vibration is to shut off your electrical breakers at night. This will stop 5G from pulsing in. If you're still a person who believes that 5G has anything to do with internet or download speeds or Wi-Fi at all, then you guys need to check out my 5G videos in the Wevolve tribe and then do research on that as well. But I talk a lot about how this is an electrical agenda. Okay, it works with smart meters, it works with smart street lights, it works with like our smart appliances, and it pulses in through our electrical outlets and our electrical appliances and has nothing to do with internet or Wi-Fi. 5G is almost everywhere now, and that's because it's an electrical based agenda built on current infrastructure. So shut off your electrical breakers to your entire house at night when you sleep. and you will notice such a huge difference in your quality of sleep and in the amount of frequency that's able to actually penetrate you. You'll have better brainwave balance, more harmony in your sleeping and in your healing also. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I could go on and on and on, like laughing more and loving your life and switching your mindset. And actually, I'll probably do 2 more now that I'm talking about those. They're important too. You want to eat a higher vibration diet. Okay, that doesn't mean that you have to be vegan. I'm not vegan. You don't have to be vegan. I did an entire video about why I'm no longer vegan after 11 years and how I feel so much better on a balanced diet. And I get hundreds of people, every month even, telling me how much it's made a difference for them to find a balanced approach to food that makes them happy versus trying to fit into like a food doctrine. So whether you're vegan or not, you want the foods you're eating to be high vibration. Now, a lot of people think high vibration food means raw food and fruits and things like that. And to some extent, that is true. So if fruits and raw foods and juices and things feel good in your body and make you feel good and don't cause you gut issues or skin issues or any kind of stress, then yes, definitely consume more of those foods, because they will have a lot of biophotons and a lot of living enzymes and a lot of nutrients and minerals and hydrating structured water. Oh, they're doing some kind of construction. I thought my air conditioner was like, it sounds like my air conditioner is like eating something. Anyway, but yeah, so raw foods are a really great way to raise your vibration, and sprouts and things like that as well, even just adding a little bit of greens into smoothies and stuff. But if you don't do well on raw food, and a lot of people with gut issues don't, then don't feel like that's the only thing you can eat that's high vibe. Any food that makes you feel love, okay? Any food that makes you happy, any food that you believe is good for you, whether that's a keto diet or a carnivore diet that's all based on cooked animal products, whatever it is for you that makes you feel like you're being nourished and that you're satisfied and makes you really enjoy the taste of and makes you really believe that it's good for your body, that will be the highest vibration food that you can eat. So for some people, that's like sprouted nut milk. They feel so good eating that. For other people, it's animal products, it's grass-fed butter, it's raw or cooked eggs, it's having cod liver oil, having liver, whatever it is that makes you feel love and feel harmony and feel safe and secure with the food that you're eating. That is going to be the best diet for raising your vibration and raising your frequency. Okay, so find a diet that makes you happy. If you don't know what to eat or you're lost about diet and nutrition, I literally spoke for like 45 minutes straight recently, maybe like a month or 2 ago in the weekly drop videos, where I shared my entire nutritional protocol, what I eat, why I eat it, the way I choose to eat, why I don't eat perfectly and organic and 100% healthy all the time, why I choose to eat like croissants and bakeries made from conventional flour every now and then. And I talked about finding balance in a diet and how to craft a really optimal healthy diet based on what makes you feel safe and comfortable, how to create your own yes and no food list, like all that stuff is in there. So be sure to check that out in the tribe if you guys want more information on that and want to know what I'm eating and all that kind of stuff. I share everything. I don't hold anything back. You guys know if you're in there, like every single week, it's like an hour of like everything I have to share, all the COVID updates, whatever. So yeah, definitely feel free to do that. Also, members can submit topics for request. Like you guys can do that in the Facebook page, or you can do it through the the Q&A submission form that's in the bottom right of the platform of the dashboard. When you guys are our members, you'll see you guys can actually put in like what you want to know about, and every single week I cover like 3 to like 4 or 5 of the different health topics and different questions that you guys want to know about. So they get covered pretty quickly. So anyways, if you want to know more, there's something specific you want to know about food or whatever, that would be a really good place to submit as well if you want my thoughts on it. I also, for those of you guys who don't know, I don't even know if I came on YouTube and like told anybody about it, I'll be honest, but I put together also a free quiz on my website. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be a member or anything like that. But if you have any kind of health condition or you have anything going on for you, like lifestyle stuff you want to share, do my free quiz. I'll put that in the description down below. And then you'll get like my recommendations on what you should do, okay? Or like what videos to watch if you do join the tribe, or, you know, next steps and things that you can take, like any products or ebooks that I think I have that can be like beneficial for you. If you really don't know where to start, even practitioners that I know that might be able to help you out specifically with what you're doing with like food muscle testing or spiritual help or like success therapy in your life if you're struggling with your job or relationship or whatever, okay? So if you want my feedback on that, it's a free quiz that you can take. I'll put that down in the description below as well. But yeah, sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so it's really, really important to eat a diet that you feel really, really good about. Okay, so get confident in the diet you're eating. It's less important what you eat and more important that you really believe that the food that you're eating is good for you. Anybody can thrive on beef only diet, and anybody can thrive as a raw vegan if you truly listen to your body, align with how you feel when you eat that stuff, are willing to modify and change your diet to make you feel healthier if you feel unbalanced, and eating a diet that makes you feel all around free, okay? Free. Humans are not supposed to overthink food. We're supposed to feel free. So keep your vibration high by like getting your diet to a place where you don't have to keep thinking about your diet. You don't have to try to make a diet that doesn't work. And you can just really enjoy like eating out with people and going to potlucks, and you can participate in eating foods that you love and foods that make you happy, okay? So love, anything that makes you feel love is going to raise your vibration, even if it's like a Krispy Kreme donut, okay? Chemical gross Krispy Kreme donut. Now, if you know how gross Krispy Kreme donuts are, like me, and all the ingredients, and you're like, ooh, I don't feel safe or happy or loving eating that, then don't eat it, right? I'm not saying to go eat a Krispy Kreme donut. You have to eat what makes you genuinely feel happy and love and safe and connected and secure, and also that you really enjoy. So anyway, I'm gonna move away from food. And the last thing that I'm going to cover in this video, because otherwise it's going to get super long. I'm sorry, you guys know me. I have like so much to share. I burst every single week with a new video. But anyway, you want to do things every day that make you feel productive, purposeful, and spiritually aligned. Okay, so what do I mean by that? You don't have to know exactly what you want to do or what you want to be, but you have to do things that make you feel connected or happy or vibrant. So I'll give you an example. Like when I do a lot of paperwork or emails, like I recently bought a car, 2010, what did I get? A 2010 Mazda 6, you guys. It's actually got so many problems with it. I didn't realize when I bought it, like the music doesn't play, the radio doesn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a tangent about my car now, but wish me luck. I really hope that I can get all the things fixed in my car that I didn't realize sucked about it when I bought it. But anyways, I had like I'm not good at doing a bunch of paperwork, like car registration papers, or when I have like too many emails, it starts to stress me out. So I have like a team that helps out with emails so that I can kind of like not feel so overwhelmed by the amount of messages I get and stuff like that. But yeah, like if there's something about your life that doesn't make you feel very good, you want to decrease that. Find ways and solutions so that that's not something that you have to deal with or face like all hours of the day. If you hate your job, look to shift it. If there's something that you like doing, like for instance, I love singing and I'm thinking of actually starting a singing channel. I'll share more about that when I get closer to doing it, but I just wanted to kind of share something personal about myself. But I really enjoy singing, and I like singing things that are really like lighthearted, and I just really enjoy like music, and I love dancing, and I love laughing and comedy. I'm huge on comedy. Like people that know me personally know I'm like always making jokes or laughing, or love people that are really funny. Super into like lightness, okay, like levity in the world, or levity in my life and levity in myself. And so it's important to even though I do a job that's more based around like the problems of the world, sharing information, finding solutions. I'm kind of like hated by the government, although that's a good thing now considering how corrupt and disgusting our government is. Our governments are. But, you know, at the end of the day, like a lot of my life is based more around like seriousness and work and research. And I love that. It's my passion. And I feel so purposeful doing that. But I also do things that make me feel spiritually light because that's what my soul really loves too. So, you know, laughing, making jokes, like remembering to be light in life. Okay. So you need to find that balance if you want to keep your vibration high. Yes, you can go and do a job that you don't love if it's paying your bills, but you want a passion project that you do love. You want something that like makes you so happy and so excited to share. You know, that's how I felt about my YouTube channel. Like I love sharing videos, and it sucks that there's so much censorship, but now I have that same feeling with my platform. So it's like you get up and you have all this information you want to share, and you get to actually do that, and it feels so fulfilling, and you know that it's going to help people. You hope that it's going to help people. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is sharing your truth, okay? Your spiritual truth, your love truth, your heart truth, your tangible truths, okay, your research truth, whatever that is for you. You could be teaching someone how to cook, or you could be just like, explaining to a friend how you garden, or you could be just explaining something to your child about like why green juice is good. It doesn't have to be anything health related. That's just what's popping in my head because that's how I think. But it could be anything that's your craft, like anything. You're a mechanic and you're sharing stuff, right? So you want to do things that make you feel like you're sharing your gift and your love with the world in whatever way that it feels meaningful for you. So keeping a high vibration is not just like going to work and laughing and like manufacturing like lightheartedness or happiness out of nowhere. It means actually feeling aligned, actually feeling happy, actually feeling purposeful, and actually doing things every day that make you feel like if you died tomorrow, you at least shared your truth today. You at least gave the most that you could to the world today. We're all here in service. We're here to serve. We're here to share. We're here to empower. We're here to give our unique gifts to the rest of the world, to the planet, and to leave the imprint of our unique energy on the space around us and the people that we come into contact with. So get aligned with something or attached to something or commit to starting something or investing in something that makes you feel alive like that makes you feel like your everyday isn't just filled with mundane tasks and doing the dishes and making dinner for your husband or your wife and then like changing the kids' diapers and going to bed and doing it all over again, right? Like it's not about serving the people in your immediate environment. It's about serving the greater good with whatever you feel like your genuine purpose was here. And if you don't know what that is, it's totally fine. There are so many days when I feel purposeless too. Like we're all going through similar things. But just find something that you have a true passion for. If you want to know what you're meant to do, you'll have an interest in it. You'll have a passion in it. It might be you've always wanted to play guitar or learn Spanish and you just don't. And maybe you'll be a translator in 5 years from now if you do. You do something that you genuinely really want, okay? So not something that you're like forcing yourself to do, something that brings you true, genuine joy. Like I've been wanting to learn harmonica for the longest time. I bought a harmonica and then I started practicing it. And then it's like so hard to learn harmonica, like so much more than I thought. And I was like, okay, it's more of a priority for me, let's say, to learn Spanish, like based on where I'm living now. So instead I'm studying Spanish, and that makes me like really excited. Every time I learn new words in Spanish and I can use them with people that I know, it like makes me feel like I'm moving forward. So even if it's just a passion project, like learning a new language or learning a new instrument, but it really drives you and you feel super excited to do it and you feel really creative when you do it. It could be writing, whatever it is, okay? Start sharing a gift that you know is unique to you, that you wouldn't want to die tomorrow without having shared, or at least without having explored. Okay, so don't wait to start the life you want. Start it right now. Do things right now that feel purposeful and that make you feel like you have a purpose here on the planet, okay? So it's really, really important to do that. Once you do that, you start to feel like happy and giddy with life, even when things aren't going well, and you don't worry so much about what's gonna happen tomorrow because you know that you're doing your maximum and you're filling up your space in the world with everything that you are today. So you feel like you're maximizing your existence and you don't feel dependent on a perfect tomorrow to like bring you the life that you want because you're living it right now. So that's really, really important. Anyways, I digressed a little bit and I went on a bit of a tangent there, but I just wanted to share this message with anybody out there who's still feeling afraid and doubting. Okay, don't. I shared last week's video as well, where I talked about how where I'm living right now in Mexico, they just came out like maybe 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, they came out with a statement saying you're not going to be able to go eat in restaurants or go out or buy groceries or do anything unless you have a vaccine passport or a vaccine card. And then they reneged it like a week later, okay? So it's what you feed into is going to be the reality that you create. And so it's really important to envision the future that you actually want to see and to manifest that and to tap into that through the energy frequency that you are. So it is impossible for a vaccine passport to become mandatory if you don't believe that that's possible because you believe that we're free sovereign beings and that the light is winning over the dark. If enough people felt that, vaccine passports would not even exist anymore. Just shut off the news, shut off all of that mindless chatter and reconnect to the true power and source that you really have, which is your ability to control your vibration, your ability to control your mood, and your ability to literally create and and draw and write the exact future that you want to see for yourself and for the world. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to take a look at the document down below. It's literally free. You can download it. You can keep it on your computer. You can print it out and stick it on your kitchen like fridge. You can print it out and literally hand it to like all of your neighbors if you want, or your family, or whoever you know that is afraid of the vaccine or shedding or nanotechnology or anything that's going on in the world. It's important to do things and take action steps every day if you're feeling afraid, that will make you feel safe, because that in itself will raise your vibration. So anyway, I'm sending so much love to you guys. I'm sorry I can't pop on more often. I hope this video doesn't get taken down. If you guys want to check out more of what I'm doing, I literally post a video every single Wednesday in the tribe. I do updates and pop into the Facebook group to answer people's questions all the time. I have a team who's there doing it as well. I have a full team on staff now who's working to help answer your questions. You guys can submit any topics or worries or things that you have going on, and I'll cover it in weekly videos. So definitely don't be afraid to come like check it out. If you're looking for a community, like I've literally created one, not even by choice at the beginning, but just through circumstances. It ended up being the best thing that ever happened for me feeling free and being able to share whatever I want, and for people to actually have a really supportive community and to get the information every single week about what's happening in the world and what's really going on, and debunking a lot of the things that we're hearing, and to help keep a positive mindset and to have tangible next steps to stay safe. Of course, I have all my old YouTube videos in there, probably close to 100 new disease videos that I've never posted on YouTube that now are tribe exclusive. My 30 days course is in there. But anyway, I'm not going to go on a whole tangent about my platform. I obviously love it, and I'm super biased. I think it's the best platform on earth. But that'll be for you guys to decide if you want to do that. So I'm hoping to see you there. If not, I love you. Please enjoy the document down there, the document that's down in the description box. And I'm wishing you guys all so much health, happiness, love, and success. I will come back on and update when I start my new singing channel. I might also start a new lifestyle channel. I wanted to start doing things like that are a little out of my comfort zone, like reels and more personal videos and stuff like that too. And I wanted like an uncensored public platform to do that as well. So stay tuned for that as well if you guys want to be seeing more of me or the work that I'm doing or the stuff that I'm sharing or more about my personal life. And yeah, in the meanwhile, I'm sending you so much love, hoping to see you in the tribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.